Hello everyone, I am Divya, your math facilitator. In this session, we shall discuss the solutions of exercise 2.2 of class 8. Okay, so I have discussed the concepts of this chapter in the earlier video. If you have missed watching that, then I'll pin up here in the I button. So you can click on the I button and watch the concept video. Okay, so now let's get started. So here is the first question for today in this exercise. So you have to find x in the following figures. Okay, so let us start now. Yeah, so you have a triangle, okay, and two angles of this triangle are marked, okay, and you have to find this value x, okay. So here you can see here CD is a straight line, okay, BCD, this is a straight line, yes, BCD, this is a straight line, right, and here at C you have an angle in this way, right. So this is 123, it is given, okay, so this angle is 123. What about this angle? How can we find that? So we know that this is a straight angle. Yes. So we can say that sum of these two angles is how much? It is nothing but 180, isn't it? So this is a straight angle. Yes. So this complete angle is nothing but 180 degrees, isn't it? So let us write the same steps here. Yes. So we know that so angle, so this is a b c d, okay, angle acb, angle acb, okay, this angle acb plus which angle? This angle acd, okay, acb, this angle plus acd, this angle, okay. So acd is how much? It is nothing but 180 degrees. Why? Because it is a straight angle, okay, so it is a straight angle, right? Yeah, so we know this ACD is 123 degrees, it is given, okay, so let us substitute. So angle ACB plus 123 degrees is equal to 180 degrees, clear? So angle ACB is nothing but how much? 180 minus 123, okay, so what is 180 minus 123? So yeah, it is 57, okay, so this is 57 degrees. Which angle? This angle is 57 degrees, clear? So let us write the same here, just see. So this is 57 degrees, okay. Now just see, this is a triangle, okay, so sum of angles in a triangle is how much? It is nothing but 180 degrees, isn't it? So let us do that step now, okay. So firstly we have taken this straight angle, okay, so here you know this complete angle is 180 degrees and this angle is given to you, it is 123, okay. So I can say these two angles, this angle plus this angle, angle ACB plus angle ACD is nothing but 180. From that I got this value, ACD is 57 degrees, okay. Now let us take the complete triangle, okay. So you can see you have a complete triangle here. This is a complete triangle, okay. So this is 57 degrees we got, okay. So in this triangle, in triangle ABC, okay, so in triangle ABC, sum of all these three angles is how much? It is nothing but 180. So 56 degrees plus 57 degrees plus x is how much? It is 180, okay. So just add 56 and 57. So how much are you getting? You get 113, okay. So 113 plus x is 180, okay. So I want the value of x. X is nothing but 180 minus 113, okay. So what is 180 minus 113? You have this as 67, okay. So x is 67 degrees, clear? So you got the value of x as 67 degrees, understood? So first point you have taken that this is a straight angle, so you found this angle. Now again you have taken this triangle, sum of angles in a triangle is 180, yes. So adding all these three angles we have to get 180, so from that you can find x value, right? So let us move on to the next question now. So here you can see we can directly use the sum of angles in a triangle formula. Just see, you have 45 degrees, 3x plus 16, 68, okay. So three angles of a triangle are given to you, okay. So just see, sum of angles in a triangle is how much? Sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, okay. So sum of all the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, clear? So here what are the three angles you have? One angle is 45 degrees, okay, plus the other angle is 3x plus 16 is the second angle, plus 68 degrees is the third angle. Now sum of all these is 180, clear? Now just see, So 3x plus, let us add all these things. Let us add 45, 16 and 68. So just see how much are you getting. 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 5 is 19. Okay, so this is 129. Okay, so you got 129 is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, now 3x equal to 180. Now this 129, I'll send it to other side. Why? Because I want x value. So whatever is extra here, we shall send it to other side. Okay, so it becomes minus. In exercise 2.1, we have learned when a plus quantity goes to the other side, becomes a minus quantity, isn't it? So now what is 180 minus 129? Here you can see you have 51. Okay, so this is 51. Okay, but I want the value of x, not 3x. Okay, so how will I get the value of x? X is nothing but 51 divided by 3. Why? Here you can see x is 3x. 3 and x are in multiplication. Sending this 3 to other side, it will go to division. Okay, now 51 divided by 3 is what? 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 2 is a remainder. Now this is 21, so 3 sevens are. Okay, so x I got it as 17. Okay, so the value of x I got it as 17. Clear? Yes. So simple, sum of angles in a triangle is 180. With this concept, you can find the value of x. Okay. So next question. Here also you have a triangle, right? So here also we will use the same concept. What is it? Sum of angles in a triangle is how much? It is 180 degrees. Okay. Sum of angles in a triangle is how much? It is 180 degrees. Clear? So let us use this concept now here in this question also. So one angle is 25. This is 25 plus other angle is x. Okay. Plus you have 30. So all these angles adding, you have to get 180, right? So just see, 35 plus 25 is how much? 55 is equal to 180 degrees. But I want the value of x. Okay, so I'll send this 55, which is extra here. I'll send it to other side. So when this 55 I am sending it to other side, becomes what? It becomes minus. Okay, so x is equal to 180 minus 55. Okay, so what is 180 minus 55? It is nothing but 125. So x is what? X is 125 degrees. Clear? Very simple, right? So yeah, let us move on to the next question now. Okay, so here also you can see you have a triangle. Okay, and you two angles of this triangle is given. Okay, but here the concept is, just see, these two lines are equal. See, you have marked in this way, this is the triangle, and you have something marked in this way on the triangle, which means these two sides are equal. Okay, so these two sides are equal. This is equal to this side. Okay, when the two sides are equal, we know that this is an isosceles triangle. So in an isosceles triangle, we know these angles are also equal. Yes, the corresponding angles are also equal, isn't it? So let us write it. In isosceles triangle, we know that the corresponding sides are also equal, isn't it? So these sides are equal, which means corresponding angles are also equal. Okay, so 2x plus 7 is equal to 45. Okay, so these two are the corresponding angles, so they are equal. Now you got the simple equation. Simply solving it, you will get the answer. So I want x value. Okay, so 2x is equal to, let me take this plus 7 to other side, becomes minus 7. Clear? So 2x is equal to 45 minus 7 gives you what? It gives you 38. So 2x is 38. So what is the value of x? X is nothing but 38 divided by 2. Okay, 2 is in multiplication here. Sending it to other side becomes division. So x is 19. Okay, so 38 divided by 2 gives you 19. Okay, so x is 19 degrees. Clear? Yeah. So let us move on to the next question now. So here you can see you have two triangles. Okay, you have BD, you have CA. So these are two triangles. Okay, so now the same, just now we have used isosceles triangle concept. Yes, here also you can see these two sides are equal. Yes, so this side is equal to this side, right? So these two sides are equal. When these two sides are equal, what about these two angles? These two angles are also equal, isn't it? So when this is 3x plus 10, what about this angle? This is also 3x plus 10. Understood? Getting my point? Okay, so here you can see triangle AOB is which triangle? It is isosceles triangle. Okay, so when it is isosceles triangle, you can see that 3x plus 10 is equal to, so this angle ACB, let us write the angle so that it will be clear for you. Okay, so you can see it is angle AC, let me write it again then. So you can see angle ABO, okay, so this angle ABO, this angle is equal to angle AOB, this angle, okay. So just now I explained, isn't it? So triangle AOB is isosceles triangle, it is isosceles triangle, okay. So we know that angle, these two sides are equal, which means corresponding angles are also equal, isn't it? So ABO is equal to angle AOB. Okay, so what is ABO? It is 3x plus 10, isn't it? So angle AOB is also 3x plus 10. Clear? Now just see this part now. How are these two angles? These two are vertically opposite angles. Just see. So these two lines are intersecting. BD and AC are intersecting. So you have angle BOA is equal to angle COD. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay. So let us write that now. Now BD and AC are what? They are intersecting lines. Okay. So BD and AC are intersecting lines. Okay. So what can you say about this angle? These two angles are vertically opposite angles, isn't it? So angle BOA, you have learnt in your class 7, vertically opposite angles are equal, okay. Angle BOA, this angle, and angle COD, angle BOA is equal to angle COD. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles, okay. So we know this is 3x plus 10. So what about this angle? It is also 3x plus 10. Okay, so therefore angle COD is what? It is 3x plus 10. Understood? Now just see in triangle COD. Okay, so in triangle COD, you can see it is also isosceles triangle. You can see these two sides are equal. Okay, so this side is equal to this side. Okay, which means these two angles will be equal, isn't it? Corresponding angles are equal. So if this angle is 3x plus 10, what about this angle? It is also 3x plus 10. Understood? So therefore, let us write it here. So angle COD is equal to angle, this angle COD is equal to angle ODC. ODC is equal to how much? How much is it? It is 3x plus 10. Clear? So now in this triangle COD, you can see you have three angles. Okay, one angle is 2x, one angle is 3x plus 10, the third angle is also 3x plus 10. And we know that sum of three angles in a triangle is how much? It is 180, isn't it? So using that concept, we can find x. Understood? So here firstly you are finding all the values. Let me re-explain you. Firstly, I am taking this triangle AOB. In this triangle, these two sides are equal. Okay, so these two sides are equal, which means these two angles will be equal. Okay, because it is isosceles triangle. So if this angle is 3x plus 10, this angle is also 3x plus 10. Okay, now next point is these two are vertically opposite, these two are intersecting lines. Okay, so these two angles are vertically opposite, and in class 7 you have learned that vertically opposite lines are, vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, so if this angle is 3x plus 10, this is also 3x plus 10. That is the second step. Okay, now the third step is just see this triangle COD. In this triangle COD, this is also isosceles. So you have this side equal to this side, which means these two angles are equal. Yes, so if this angle is 3x plus 10, this angle is also 3x plus 10. Clear till here? So the next point is, the next point which we are going to use here is, now in triangle COD, you can see all three angles are there. Okay, so 2x plus other angle is 3x plus 10. Okay, and then you have one more 3x plus 10. Okay, so all these angles together gives you what? It gives you 180 degrees. Okay, sum of all these three angles gives you 180 degrees. Okay, so now just say add all these angles, 2x, 3x plus 3x. So this is 5x plus 3x is 8x plus 10 plus 10 is 20 is equal to 180 degrees. So from this, what is 8x? 8x is nothing but 180 minus 20. Okay, this plus 20 I am sending it also, it is minus 20. So 8x is 160. Okay, so I want the value of x. So how will I get x? X is equal to 160 divided by 8. Okay, so Yeah, so what is this? 160 divided by 8 is nothing but 20. Okay, so x is 20 degrees. Yes, so in this simple problem we are using three steps. First step is isosceles triangle concept, so these two angles are equal. Second step is vertically opposite angles concept. Third step is sum of three angles in this triangle is 180. Clear? Yeah, so let us move on to the next one now. The difference between two numbers is 8. If 2 is added to the bigger number, the result will be 3 times the smaller number. Okay, so you have to find the numbers. Firstly, let me take, okay, so let me take the bigger number as x. Okay, so let the bigger number is x. Okay, so now I'll just explain you. Okay, suppose if there are two numbers 9 and 5. Okay, if the difference between these two numbers, that means 9 minus 5 will give me 4. Okay, so if I want the smaller number, now out of 9 and 5, 9 is bigger, 5 is smaller. Okay, so if I want the smaller number, see, so if I subtract this 4 from 9, will I get the smaller number? Just see. So these are the two numbers. Okay, just see, these are the two numbers. 9 is a bigger number and 5 is a smaller number. Okay, difference is 4. Difference between these two numbers is 4. Now, if I subtract the difference, okay, if I am doing 9 minus 4, if I am subtracting the difference from the bigger number, will I get the smaller number? Yes, I will. Yes, understood this point. So, similarly, here also it is given that the difference between the two numbers is 8. Okay, so I am taking the bigger number as x. Now, if I subtract this 8 from x, will I get the smaller number? Yes, I will, isn't it? So, let us do it now. So, let us subtract the difference from the bigger number. Okay, bigger number we have taken it as x. Now, the next step is you have to subtract the bigger number, the difference from the bigger number. Okay, so this is x, bigger number is x. Okay, so smaller number, how will I get? Smaller number is nothing but just now I told you, you will take the bigger number and you will subtract the difference from the bigger number. What is the difference? Difference is 8. So smaller number is x minus 8. Understood from the example I just gave you. Okay, so now see, the next condition is if 2 is added, if 2 is added to the bigger number, the result will be 3 times the smaller number. Okay, so if 2 is added to the bigger number is x. Okay, so for this bigger number, if I am adding 2, okay, so this will be equal to 3 times the smaller number. 3 times means the smaller number multiplied by 3. Okay, so this is the condition. Now solving this, we will get the value, the numbers. Okay, so just see, so x plus 2 is equal to, now this 3 gets multiplied to x and also to 8. Okay, so this is 3x minus 3 8 is 24. Okay, so just see, x plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 3x minus 24. This is what I have. Okay, so let me send this x to this side and minus 24 to this side. Okay, that means I'm taking all the variables to one side and constants to one side. Okay, now see, so this becomes 2, this minus 24 coming to other side becomes plus 24 is equal to 3x, this x going into other side becomes minus x. Okay, so this is 26 is equal to 3x minus x is 2x. Okay, but I want the value of x. So let me send this 2 to the other side. Okay, so what happens, just see, if I send 2 to the other side, it becomes division because 2 is in multiplication here. Okay, so this implies this becomes x is equal to 26 divided by 2. Okay, so what is the value of x? X is nothing but 13. Okay, so the value of x I got is 13. Clear? So x is what? X is a bigger number. Okay, so therefore the bigger number is how much? Bigger number is 13. Okay, so bigger number is 13. And what about the smaller number? Smaller number is x minus 8. Yes, so let us write. So smaller number is what? It is x minus 8 is nothing but 13 minus 8 gives me what? 5. Okay, so bigger number is 13 and smaller number is 5. Understood? So let us move on to the next question now. So here you have, what are those two numbers whose sum is 58 and difference is 28. Okay, so let us take the two numbers as x and y. Okay, so let the two numbers be x and y. Okay, so sum of these two numbers is 58. So x plus y, adding these two, you should get 58. Okay, and difference is how much? Difference means x minus y is 28. Okay, now solving these two equations, will I get the answer? Yes. So just see, if I add these two equations, y and y gets cancelled, plus y minus y gets cancelled. So you have 2x is equal to, this becomes 86. Okay, so I want the value of x. So x is nothing but 86 divided by 2. Why? Because this 2 is in multiplication here. Going into other side becomes division. So x is nothing but 43. Clear? So x is 43. Now what about y? You want the value of y also, isn't it? So take any of the equation. So you have x plus y is 58. Okay, substitute x value here. So 43 plus y is 58. Okay, so I want the value of y. So let me send this 43 to other side. So it becomes 58 minus 43. Okay, so what is the answer? So it is 15. So y is 15. Okay, very simple, right? Next one. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers is 56. Find the numbers. Okay. Firstly, here you have to know the concept of even and odd numbers. Okay. So always even numbers are of the form 2 multiplied by the number. Okay. They are of the form 2x. Okay. Odd numbers are of the form 2x plus 1. Clear? So suppose if I take a number 4, this number 4 is of the form 2 into 2, isn't it? So that is the meaning of 2x. Okay, suppose if I take a number, say 9, 9 is an odd number. So 9 I can write as 2 into 4 plus 1. Okay, 8 plus 1, isn't it? So always even numbers are of this form, odd numbers are of this form. Clear? So let us take the odd number as 2x plus 1. Okay, so let us do it now. So odd number, we want consecutive odd numbers. Okay, so if one number is 2x plus 1, what is the other number? Other number will be 2x plus 3. Okay, so I'll explain you now. So let the odd number, let the odd number be 2x plus 1. Okay, just now I told you odd numbers are of the form 2x plus 1. Now the consecutive odd number. Okay, so the consecutive odd number you want. So how will you get? So the consecutive odd number will be 2x plus 3. Okay, how? Now for example, you have 9. After 9 you will have 10. Then you will have 11. 10 is even number, isn't it? So don't take it. We want only odd number. So after 9, 11 is the odd number. Okay, so 9 you can write as 2 into 4 plus 1. Okay, 8 plus 1. 11 you can write as 2 into 4 plus 3. Isn't it? 8 plus 3 gives you 11 and 8 plus 1 gives you 9. Isn't it? So if one odd number is 2x plus 1, the next odd number, the consecutive means the very next odd number will be 2x plus 3. Understood? So that is why we are taking these two numbers. Clear? So yeah. So now what is the condition given? Now you have taken the two odd numbers. Now what is the condition which is given? So you can see that the sum of the consecutive two odd numbers is 56. Okay. So these are the two odd numbers. Now the sum of these two numbers is how much? 56. Okay. So 2x plus 1 plus adding these two, 2x plus 3 gives me what? 56. Okay, now just see. So remove the brackets. 2x plus 1 plus 2x plus 3 is nothing but 56. Okay, so 2x plus 2x is 4x. Okay, 1 plus 3 is 4 is equal to 56. Now I want the value of x. So this 4 is extra here. Let me send this 4 to this side. So 4x is equal to 56. This is plus 4. Going into other side becomes minus 4. Okay, so this is 52. Okay, 56 minus 4 is 52. This is 4x. Okay, but I want the value of x. So this 4 is in multiplication. Going into other side becomes division. Okay, now just see. So 4 ones are 4. 1 is a remainder. This becomes 12. So 3. So x is 13. Okay, so when you have the two numbers now, just see. So x value you got it as 13. Okay, so x is 13. So one number is what? One number is 2x plus 1 we have taken, isn't it? So 2 into 13 plus 1. So it is 26 plus 1 is 27. Okay, this is one number. What is the other number? It is 2x plus 3. Isn't it? So 2 into 13 plus 3. So 26 plus 3 is 29. Okay, now how will you check? Now just see. So you have 27 and 29. Are they odd numbers? Yes, they are odd numbers. Are they consecutive numbers? Yes, they are consecutive. See, after 27, the next odd number is what? It is 29 only. Okay. So, and also you can check if the sum is 56. If you add 27 and 29, will you get 56? Yes, you will get. So, sum of these two odd numbers is how much? It is 56. Okay. So, this is how you will find. Clear? Yeah. So, the next question. The sum of three consecutive multiples of 7 is 777. So you have to find these multiples. Okay. So how shall we do it? So 7 multiples are nothing but, now you have 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21, 7 fours are 28. Okay. So what are all these? These are multiples. Okay. So how can you write this? If this is nothing but x, if this 7 you will take it as x. So this is nothing but 7 plus 7. Isn't it? So this is 7 plus 14. Okay, so 28 you can write as 7 plus 21. Isn't it? So nothing but, if 7 is x, this I can write it as, this particular thing I can write it as x plus 7. Okay, so this I can write as x plus 14. Yes, the next multiple will be x plus 21. Are you getting it? So these are the multiples which we are going to take now. Okay, so they asked us only 3 multiples, so I am taking only 3. Okay, understood? How are we writing the numbers? Okay, so 7, 14, 21, 28 and so on are the multiples of 7. So this 14 you can write as 7 plus 7. Okay, 21 you can write as 7 plus 14. Now 28 you can write as 7 plus 21. Okay, so in this way you can write the multiples of 7. So if this 7 you are taking it as x, so this is nothing but x plus 7, x plus 14, x plus 21 and so on. Isn't it? So let us write the multiples here. Now this is how you have to take the multiples. Okay. So let the three consecutive multiples, let the three consecutive multiples of 7 be, so in which form do you find the multiples of 7? They are of the form x, x plus 7 and x plus 14. Okay. Now what is the next condition? Sum or adding all these three consecutive multiples of 7, you have to get 777 as the answer. Okay. That means x plus x plus 7 plus x plus 14 should give me what? It should give me 777. Okay. So x plus x plus x is 3x plus 7 plus 14 is 21 is equal to 777. Okay, now I want the value of x. So let me send this 21 to other side first. So 3x is equal to 777 minus 21. This is plus 21, going into other side becomes minus 21. Okay, so 3x is equal to, you have 777 minus 21 is how much? It is 756. Okay, now I want the value of x. So here 3 is in multiplication, going into other side becomes what? It becomes division. Okay, so I will get 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 1 is a reminder, 3 fives are 15, 3 twos are 6. Okay, so x is nothing but 252. Okay, so x value you got it as 252. So the multiples are what? One multiple is x, so x is 252. The second multiple is x plus 7, isn't it? So x plus 7 is nothing but 252 plus 7. So how much is it? 252 plus 7 is 259. Okay, the other multiple is x plus 14. Okay, which means 252 plus 14. How much is it? It is nothing but 266. Okay, so the consecutive multiples of 7 are 252, 259, 266. Okay, so if you add these three multiples, the sum you should get is 777. Clear? Yeah, let us move on to the next question now. A man walks 10 kilometers. Okay, a man is walking 10 kilometers. Okay, so from this point he is walking. So by walk he is going 10 kilometer. Okay, yeah. What is the next one? After certain distance, he goes by train. Okay, he travels from, after this 10 kilometers he is going by what? He is going by train. Okay, certain distance is going by train. Okay, so let that distance be x, because you don't know what distance it is. Okay, then by bus as far as twice by train. Okay, then he is going by bus. Okay, let me change the color. Now from this distance is going by bus. Okay, so how much distance is he going by bus? He is going twice the distance as the train. Okay, suppose if x is the distance he traveled by train, so double the distance. Okay, that means 2x distance he is going by bus. Understood? Just see here. He is going twice the distance as by train. Okay, so if x is the distance he traveled by train, then by bus he is traveling 2 times of this distance. That means it is 2x. Understood? And now the whole journey is 70 kilometers. Okay, that means this complete from here to here, it is how much? This complete thing is 70 kilometers. So you have to find the time he traveled by train. Okay, so this is the time he traveled by train, isn't it? X. So if you find this x value, you will get the answer. Okay, so now just see. So by walk it is 10 kilometers. Okay, so let us write. So distance traveled by walk. So distance traveled by walk is how much? It is 10 kilometers. Okay. So distance traveled by train. Distance traveled by train, let it be x. Okay. Distance traveled by bus is how much? It is 2x. Okay. Just now I told you it is 2x. Now total distance is how much? Total distance traveled is how much? It is 70 kilometers. Okay, that means adding all these three, I have to get 70. Okay, so 10 plus x plus 2x should be 70 kilometers. Okay, so x plus 2x is 3x plus 10 is 70. Okay, so 3x is equal to, let me send this 10 to other side, so it is 70 minus 10. Okay, so 3x is nothing but 60. Clear? So what is the value of x? X is 60 divided by 3. Okay, here 3 is in multiplication, going into our side becomes division. So 60 divided by 3 is 20. So x value I got it as 20. Okay, so x is nothing but the distance traveled by train, isn't it? So therefore distance traveled by train is how much? Distance traveled by train is 20 kilometers. Clear? Yeah. So with this we shall end this class for now. Okay, so I'll continue the next problems in the next video, and I hope you understood every problem. Okay, so do like this video and share this channel to all your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thanks for watching.